Hey, hold on, gotta adjust. Hey, welcome back. Mama Bear's on the phone, but I don't know. It's kind of quiet over there. Mama Bear's on the phone though, y'all. Anyways, let's hop right into the reaction. So we got Jesse Lee Peterson silenced pro-black professor. He silenced the pro-black professor. I mean, he put him to silence. That's pretty tough of Jesse to do. It's a good thing. Let's see if he puts him to silence for real. We'll be the judge of that. Subscribe, turn on post notifications, and smash that like button. Y'all know what to do. Let's get it. Let's go.
Whiteness is an ideology, it's a culture, it's a value system. And what we need to do is we need to eliminate that value system.
You want to eliminate whiteness?
Whiteness, not white people, whiteness.
But how do you eliminate whiteness without eliminating white people? Which is most important to black Americans? Which would you say would be most important to them? To become men and women of value and of character, or to get a good education?
I don't see those things as being separated. I think
but they are. Which one is more important to you for them?
My hope is that people will be able to have an education that can transform their lives.
So is having an education more important than having values?
It's
godly values?
I think it's about having both.
Which is most important?
I think it's about having... So first of all, as a Christian, I believe that having godly values is the most important thing that we can have, and I believe that education is the pathway into that.
Education is the pathway into godly values?
Yeah, yes. That's why people go to seminary, right? They go to seminary to become a pastor, right? They have to learn.
They end up being dummies and immoral.
Who does?
Those people that go to those seminaries.
So pastors are immoral?
Those that go to those seminaries, most of them end up being immoral men. And women now.
Well, I would say they're
you can. How will you develop character, godly values by going to a school?
I have a question for the comment section. Like, I know if you're Christian, you might not agree with me on this, but like, I wonder this, right? Do you think that the only value really is God? You don't think that Muslims have good values, Buddhists have good values? Do you think the only value is Jesus? If you do, you're arrogant. I'm just telling you that now. But yeah, it's funny.
To any kind of school.
So first of all,
how do you develop godly values by going to, whether it's a preacher school or a secular school? How do you develop godly values by doing that?
By being exposed to societal ills, things that are not what they should be, and being given the language and power to change them.
That's not how you develop values.
Yes, it is.
Not godly values.
Oh, I disagree.
Amazing.
Where do you believe the godly values are developed then?
From God, within you.
Okay, but who tells you about those values?
God does.
God does?
Yes.
Okay, so God talks to us only directly, or we don't learn, do you read the Bible?
Matter of fact, you have a better chance of developing godly values by not reading the Bible than you do by reading the Bible. Because when you read the Bible, you get intellectual knowledge about good and can never develop them. But when you don't read the Bible, you're more likely to look for God within you and then live by those values and develop them as you're living. Absolutely. But I want to move on. I hear that you support Black Lives Matter.
Absolutely.
You support Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And you're a Christian.
Absolutely.
Black Lives Matter is an organization that is built by black lesbians like Patrice.
Why he say it like the lesbians? This dude, man. I love Jesse. He's special. Jesse's special.
Colors and
you know, she was a guest in our class.
And black homosexuals and radical white social justice warriors. And they were chanting, "What do you want there? Cops, when do you want it now?" Pigs in the blanket, from like bacon.
Yeah.
And when they did that, other blacks went out and started killing white cops and others. And you're for all that.
So first of all, I think that's a wide-reaching encapsulation of what Black Lives Matter stands for. It is not true.
But everything I just said,
you can allow me to respond to the
everything
question?
I just said happened, right?
So you're right. People did go to protests.
And it is founded by a bunch of black lesbians.
Wait, can I?
Don't you just love that word?
What?
Lesbians.
I love the word black.
Yeah, but Why would
And
you support?
we come in all different types.
Why would you, as a Christian
Including
man, as a
straight,
professor,
homosexual.
listen?
What?
Why would you support an organization like that, and you want to help the black mind, and
Like that.
and you are a Christian? Why would you support a radical, evil, agitating group like Black Lives Matter?
Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, Oscar Grant III, Alfred Alongo in San Diego, black men who were shot and killed by police officers. Yet you call the people who want to fight against that the terrorists?
Yeah.
Who's committing terror?
Facts. Yeah. It kind of froze on that one because you just called the people that were the victims of all that stuff terrorists. That is weird. It's weird, Jesse.
The Black Lives Matter, and the thugs that were killed. All those people were thugs you just named.
Tamir Rice was a thug.
Yeah, he was a
He was a
little
young
boy.
kid.
Well, he was young and stupid in that he had a BB gun. And
Did you never have a gun growing up? I did. I had BB guns
He had
growing up.
taken the tip off, the little orange tip off the gun,
Uh-huh.
which indicates that it is a BB gun. And then, so other people saw him in the park with a gun.
Okay.
And they called the cops. The cop got there. The guy going for the gun, they didn't know it was a BB gun because he had taken the tip off. You can't blame the cops for that, can you?
So he deserved to die.
You can't blame the cops.
Did
that
he
died.
deserve to die?
I don't know what he brought it up on himself, that's for sure.
Okay. Did Alfred Alongo deserve
Well,
to
let's
die?
go back to Tamir. He brought that up on himself by removing the orange tip. Will you agree to that?
I would say this.
Would you
I would
agree
say
to
that a child, which is what he was,
Child. He's a big child.
He was a child.
He was bigger than you.
He was bigger than me.
Right. Does that matter at all?
No.
It doesn't matter.
You have a child who was killed
He's not a
by a
child.
police officer.
He said he bigger than you. Oh my God, this dude is hilarious.
Make him look like some little innocent boy tiptoeing through the tulips.
So did he deserve to die?
He brought it up on himself.
See, I totally disagree.
Okay. Let me ask. Michael
Did all
Brown.
of them, all these people bring it upon themselves?
Yes, Michael Brown. Let's go with Michael Brown. Was he a child too?
Michael Brown was a young adult.
Well, was he a child?
No.
Was he a thug?
I would say that Michael Brown made some decisions that I don't agree with, but he did not deserve to die.
Was he a thug?
I'm not going to say that he was a thug, no.
Amazing. Had he not attacked the cop,
Oh, I don't think he
would he still be
I
alive?
totally disagree with that statement.
You don't agree with that? Even though you saw it happening, you don't believe it?
I don't believe that he attacked
Did he
the cop.
rob a store?
I don't know what the evidence says on that because I don't know enough about that specific case.
Amazing. What
But
kind
I
of
can-
Christian are you?
What kind of Christian am I?
Yeah.
I love Jesus.
Where's the proof?
Where's the proof?
A man that loves Jesus is an honest man.
I am an honest man.
We're not being honest about this.
No, because you're asking me to talk about a case and go down to specifics of each.
But you
individual
brought
case.
them up. I didn't.
Okay, I brought them up, and then I asked you specifically about Alfred Alongo, and then you switched over to Michael Brown. And I know why you switched to
Which
Michael
one
Brown.
was Alfred?
Alfred Alongo was in San Diego.
There's so many of these stupid things I don't even remember.
I know, it's too many of us are dying.
Because
And it's, and you know what? No, because it's a war on black
That's
men
true.
in our society.
He just admitted it. He said it's too many of them. If it's too many, what is it? Is it too many of them or is it not happening at all?
And that same war that happens in the streets happens in the classroom every single day. For every single
That is
Tamir,
so not
and
true.
Eric, and Trayvon in the street, there's a Tamir and Eric and Trayvon in our classrooms who are treated in very similar ways by educators. Well-meaning educators, but
White
educators.
educators?
Many of them are white, but some of them look like us.
Oh, black people treat them that way as well.
Yeah, we're all socialized in this society to perceive that certain people are lesser than others.
And they do it, according to you, they're doing this, the black teachers are doing this because they are influenced by white people to treat other black kids the same way as whites are treated.
I would not say they're influenced by white people, they're influenced by whiteness.
What does that mean?
Whiteness is an ideology, it's a culture, it's a value system. And what we need to do is we need to eliminate that value system.
You want to eliminate whiteness?
Whiteness, not white people, whiteness.
But how do you eliminate whiteness without eliminating white people?
What I want to do is to create an environment that is more collective, that is more value-driven, that communicates love to our children.
So are you?
And I think that flies in absolute oppositeness.
Are you saying that white people are evil?
No,
they're not evil.
Not at all.
But then, if they're not evil, why would they treat another human being in this manner?
Because we all
to a point that a man like you, to a point that a man like you would want to eliminate whiteness.
He was stunned. He was talking to somebody like that, man. Jesse is definitely a different breed of a person, but I don't know if he believes what he's talking about. He might, though, but it's funny. Definitely it's funny. All right, y'all. Peace out.